Anthony Adebayo. We off the record.
With you there, but if you're a coach, do you take that chance?
Yes.
You can reach us at the Off the Record Show at gmail.com. Anthony Adebayo and the most accurate sports coverage. Scotty B's Fantasy 5.
We're different from any other sport.
His sophomore year. Comes back and says, you know what?
And your boy, Scotty B. We off the record. We off the record.
Yo. What's good? What's good?
Not much, man. It's Off the Record. I'm Anthony Adebayo.
Boy, Scotty B. Yo, one more day to football. We got college football. One more day to football. It's been. This is probably the fastest off season for myself that I can remember. I don't know about you, but I know normally it's just dreadful to try to just cover baseball and cover basketball without football, because football is always something exciting. It's always a storyline. But I think with the Olympics and some other stuff that was going on, it's finally here. Football.
Yeah, man. I agree. This all season did kind of fly by. We didn't really have to really delve into to baseball that much. Also, and a lot of things happened. Like you said, the Olympics happened. We had the 300th episode. We went on vacation. Like things happened to where we had to deal with it.
Right.
So I think that now it made the football season it made the off season feel like it wasn't that long.
So let me ask you this, and this is where I kind of got back into the swing of things. Do you feel like you had to lock in for fantasy football?
To lock in, more like realize that fantasy. That's the other part. Like the season popped up so fast that you didn't really get a chance to like prepare and things of that nature. It was here. So it was like, it's almost like, man, I gotta do fantasy until you started drafting. You was like, oh, we're back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, yeah. It was cool.
Nah, so I think what's interesting, and I want to get your take on this, is having the season end, the preseason end, and then it'd be like a 2-week lapse or seem like a week lapse. Do you like that, or would you prefer that you play the last preseason game, they get down to the 53-man roster, and then the next Sunday is game time?
No. I like the three preseason games. Let's get that show on the road and give us a week off. Because then college could really gear up. So nah. I like having the 3 preseason games. I like having the 3 preseason games. I hate the kickoff. I hate it. I hate.
I think they're going to change it. It just doesn't look right. It just doesn't.
I've said this a bunch. When it was in the XFL, it was cool. It was like, it seemed like it fit there. With the NFL, it just doesn't seem like it fits. Like, it doesn't seem like it should be part of the NFL. And that's not taking anything away from what the guys do with the in the XFL or the UFL. They went back to the regular kickoff. So it just doesn't give the excitement that I think they thought it was gonna give. Me personally, I think they should go back like immediately.
So let me ask you this: do you think that more kickoffs are going to be returned?
Yeah, there's gonna be more kickoffs returned, but it's not gonna make it more exciting. I don't think. Maybe and they get. I could be wrong, but as of right now, I'm like, I'll pass.
So most people describe special teams as the most exciting play on the field. So when they decided to move to this new kickoff format, I got a little nervous to where I was like, you know what? It's going to screw up special teams a little bit more. I think it's different. It's going to take a while for it to actually grow. I'm a little bit indifferent. I know at first I just hated it. But now just kind of watching, I'm just going to see how it plays out throughout the whole season.
Scott, it sucks.
I want to give it an honest try. I want to give it an honest try and actually give it an honest chance.
Right? So Jamal says he thinks, but I mean, here's my thing. I'm not. I think they should go back to the other one. Maybe, maybe it'll grow, but as of right now, I think it's a bad idea, and I think that they should go back to the other format of kickoff. So the season's starting, and I know we didn't really get to do our NFL preview show, so we're gonna give y'all some previews today. All right. And we'll talk about it and talk about some other things. So I guess one of the bigger stories this off season, right, was contracts. It was kind of whether it was Dak and his contract or CD or Jamar Chase or who else was looking for Ayuk and Trent Williams. So a lot of those contracts, for the most part, most of them have gotten contracts other than Dak, right? So me personally, I don't care. I'm at the point as a fan, I don't even care anymore. I think that just go ahead and play the season and see what happens. If you get a contract, you get a contract. They were saying it was years. I'm at the point where I just don't care. Oh yeah, Patrick Surtain got paid today as well.
Yeah, paid.
So I know last week or the week before last, we were talking about Ayuk and Trent Williams. So it looks like you're gonna have both of your guys, right? You said you wasn't worried about it, but neither played in the preseason. And Trent Williams is what, 34 now, 33, 34?
So I am a little concerned with that. So what I wasn't concerned about was I knew we were going to get the deal done. There was no way possible that we could go through the season with allowing Trent Williams to not suit up. I knew that they were going to give him the money. They had to, right? Brandon Ayuk, I was a little on the fence about whatever, right? But I knew if there was one deal that we had to get done, it was Trent Williams.
Okay.
I would have preferred this deal to get done a little bit earlier so that they could have had some reps in preseason. But all in all, I mean, hey, we got the deal done. $82 million for the guy Trent. Well deserved. Didn't give up a sack last year. I mean, he's still playing at an elite level. Hey, now he's got a little bit more money at his age. So, definitely shout out to my team. Knew that they were going to do the right thing and get the deal done.
Okay. So ultimately you lied to my face.
I didn't lie to your face.
You did. You said you weren't concerned. You said you didn't have not a concern.
Getting the deal done. With getting the deal done. Now, to your point, I mean, and we're fans. We're reasonable. Who wouldn't want their guys to go through some more practice reps in the preseason?
All right. So,
I mean, that's the whole thing about holding out,
and
that's what always gets me nervous is when players hold out, they have a tendency to not perform that well that year and to get hurt at a higher rate. So again, I know that our organization knew the importance of those guys and they knew that they had to get that deal done. but it's still you want anybody to get reps with your team. That's the ideal situation.
All right, so we'll start at the Jets 49ers game. That's the last game of the opening week. Give me your thoughts on that game and what you expect to see.
I expect this to be victorious.
I mean, that's
I know you got the Jets and we got a
no.
gentleman.
First of all, you owe me a hat though. You owe me a hat. Is it a hat or dinner? I can't remember because Russell Wilson is starting. But we'll get to that later. Hold
on. I don't think we bet on that.
We did.
Bet, no. This is the bet. You bet me if Trent Williams and Brandon Ayuk did not get signed, that the Jets would beat the 49ers. That was the contingency bet. You didn't think that we were going to get the deal done. And what you told me, what I told you and what you're getting confused about is I said I still had no concerns with the Jets, regardless of not having those both. That's where the bet kind of ensued, to where you were saying that if we didn't sign Trent Williams and we didn't sign Brandon Ayuk, that we were in trouble.
Okay. Let me tell you something, Scott. Let me tell you something. Y'all still in trouble. Because here's the thing. You said why?
No, I said put a hat on it.
First of all, pause. Okay.
Oh man. Oh yeah. Oh man. You know what? Hold on. Give me the floor for a second. I'm sorry for everybody that is watching. That was just wildly crazy and disrespectful. You should never insinuate that another man needs to put on a hat. I apologize for not thinking about my choice of words in that moment. All right, so let me try to clean this up the best way I can. Anthony, I think we should wager a baseball or football or sports cap on this game.
Okay.
Yeah, and the winner of this wager should receive a baseball cap that is only supposed to be worn. You know what? I'm not even going to go down there. I'm not even going.
I mean, that's cool.
down that road. Yeah.
All right. So now, so yeah, that's fine. We could do that. So here's the thing. I don't know if Hassan Reddick is going to get.
He was still holding out.
Yeah, he's still holding out. But even without it,
or whatever it is. Yeah.
So I feel like the Jets D-line without him is still a lot. Yo, this is crazy. Yo, we're talking sports, okay?
I think that might be trending. I mean, the person in the audience has a point. You will have a mess to clean up if you don't have a hat on. That is a.
Oh, Jesus Christ,
man! Jesus.
So listen. So look. I feel like getting back to the show. So I think the 49ers offensive line is not that great. It's not that great, without Trent Williams. But he has to get up to speed. And again, he's older, so it may not take him as long to get up to speed. I understand that. But with an elite defensive line like the Jets have, they're gonna give the 49ers trouble. I'm not saying that the 49ers are taking a step back, but I do feel like, and I've told you this probably like the last couple years, the weakness of that team is their offensive line. Would you agree there at least?
Yeah, I agree.
So even without Hassan Reddick, you still got like all pros on that Jets defense that can make life miserable for the 49ers offense. You still have to worry about
I'll agree with you.
Okay.
So I was listening to JJ Watt. It might have been yesterday, it might have been today. I lose track of time. And he was saying that week 1 is the worst game of like the NFL, right? And what and the reason why he was saying that was not because it was a sloppy play or anything, but everybody is at 100%. They're ready to go. They're amped up. They're charged up. And he said, just dealing with that when you go into that week 1 and you got that energy and everybody still believes that their team go win the Super Bowl and their team can really get after it, it can be dangerous, right? So I agree with you. That might be the worst time to go up against the Jets front line. But I still. So here's where I am with the Jets. So last year, I picked them to go to the Super Bowl because of the Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, this is personal.
Right. No, it's not personal.
Okay.
I think with the Jets, before I get sold on them this year, I have to see it. They have all the talent and everything that you said. They've got a good defensive line. They've got an improved offensive line. They got Aaron Rodgers. They've brought in Mike Williams. They got Garrett Wilson. I mean, they've got Breece Hall. I mean, they have all the weapons to be great. I just need to see them put that together on film and prove that they're this real team. So until they do that, I'm just going to side with my team.
Okay, that's fair. Well, signing with your team might cost you
It might cost me a hat.
It might cost you a hat. That's
okay. But you know what? Whenever I lose these bets, I just buy myself another hat anyway.
Oh my God! All right, so before we get to our next game, let's go through some people who you may think is rookie of the year, offensive rookie of the year, defensive rookie of the year. Who are some people that you don't have to give me like a person. You can give me one person, or you give me a multitude of guys that you think may be a candidate for rookie of the year offensively.
So offensive rookie of the year, this is really easy. I am extremely high on Caleb Williams' play.
Okay.
I think Caleb Williams. Have you been watching Hard Knocks?
No, I have not watched an episode. I'm gonna binge.
Okay, so I'll tell you this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every time I watch Hard Knocks, it makes that team your second team of the year, right? Because you see the coach, you see the GM, you see their philosophies, you get to know the players, and you're like, man, I really like these guys. But there's something special about Caleb Williams. And I know he's in a very tough rookie class with Marvin Harrison Jr. I think Malik Neighbors is going to have a good year. I mean, he's got some other dogs that are on offense that he's competing against that will have good years.
Mm-hmm.
Even the other receiver, Dune or Rome
Odunze.
Yeah. I mean, even on his same team, that guy is a dog. But I think Caleb Williams is going to have the best season.
So I tend to agree. But I feel like it's going to be someone that is somewhat of a sleeper pick. I don't really think a receiver will win offensive rookie of the year. I tend to think more for whatever reason, and you can call me crazy, right? But I got a feeling that Bo Nix is probably gonna win rookie of the year. I mean, he's getting and Caleb Williams is getting a lot of attention. He has a hell of a team next to him, right? But if Bo Nix can take the Broncos to the playoffs, I think he has a damn good chance of winning offensive rookie of the year. So we're gonna see. Defensively, I think it's gonna be one of them corners. I think or Jared Verse, one of the corners or Jared Verse. Those are my
So that's my guy, Jared Verse. Now, I guess his name is Arnold. with the Lions. Like I think he's gonna have
Terrion Arnold. Yeah.
Terrion Arnold. I think he's pretty decent. Dallas Turner with the Vikings. I think that he's gonna have a heck of a year. Latu, the guy from it's the UCLA.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's gonna have a breakout season, but I'm gonna go with Jared Verse. I have a personal connection with Jared Verse.
Oh my God!
You know where my personal connection comes from?
Madden.
He is the linebacker that I chose over Marvin Harrison Jr. That's him. That was the left outside linebacker that I chose. Huge mistake. Should have went with Marvin Harrison Jr., but Jared Verse.
So I mean, here's the thing. Jared Verse, he went to
not Texas, but
he went to Florida State.
Florida State, that's it.
And
I was thinking of Jonathan Brooks. He
was a transfer. But this, hear me when I tell you this, and some people may not agree with this. But there's a cornerback for the Dallas Cowboys, Kalen Carlson, right? Watch out for him. I think he's going to be sneaky good, and the main reason why we're due for another corner to have another good season, and now that what's his name is hurt, I don't drew a blank. Deron Bland. Now that he's hurt, we got another corner that because we have the best DB coach in the league. So I feel like we have another project, and that's it. That's why I'm going with my defensive rookie of the year.
So shout out to y'all for getting that CD Lamb deal done. I was glad to see at least one of them got paid so far. So hopefully they can get these other brothers paid.
Yeah, I knew CD was going to get paid. I mean, that was probably one of the. I just think, sometimes people get stubborn for whatever reason, and that should have been done. Just like you said with Trent Williams, that should have been done. All right, so another game that we stay with the Cowboys. They're playing the Browns. Who you got in that game? I just want to hear who you have.
No, I actually have the Cowboys, but I'm glad that you brought this up, right? So earlier today, Deshaun Watson was questioned, and he said that he still feels that he's an elite quarterback. Do you agree or disagree with that?
Elite?
Yeah, elite.
No. Do I think that he can still be good? Yes. Do I think that Deshaun Watson in 2024 is elite? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No way.
We got the elephant in the room, right? So he got all his fully guaranteed money.
Mm-hmm.
He got the deal. This is year 3. So everybody understood with the suspension year that he was going to have, he couldn't play all his games.
Mm-hmm.
Last year he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
What are the expectations for him this year?
Well, being that they have a good team, the expectations are pretty high. Here's the thing: if he doesn't get it done this year, they're gonna get rid of. They're gonna eat the rest of the final 2 years, and get him up out of there, and then he'll be a backup. He'll be a backup for the rest of his career.
I agree with. I can't pronounce. Dayon. Yeah, I think he's going to be rusty this year.
How much rusty? How he had? Okay, no.
We have to talk about this. We have to.
No.
I believe he's going to be rusty this year.
So I'll tell you this: if he's rusty, this year, he will be benched for Jameis Winston. He can't.
He's been hurt all
He
preseason.
can't afford to be rusty.
I know he can't afford to be rusty, and I get it. He's got to talk himself up, and he's got to talk himself up to everybody around him to make them believe in him. But the fact is, he has been hurt. He's missed these preseason games. He still has like a sore arm. I don't know what that means, but he has a sore arm, and he's going to be expected this season. I think, again, we gave him a pass the first season. There was a lot of expectations for him last season. And if you look at it from a statistical standpoint, he doesn't have a terrible record.
No.
In the game. Like I believe they win more than they lose with him in the game. And I think touchdowns, he's got like 14 touchdowns and 9 interceptions, which to me is terrible for the money that they're paying him. But at the end of the day, is still, he can still recover. He's got to get it done. And like I said, I'm picking the Cowboys to win, but there's going to be a lot of pressure on Deshaun Watson to beat the Cowboys.
So here's how. If the Browns want to beat the Cowboys, they got to make the game ugly. Now they have an elite defense. That's what's elite on that team is their defense. All right. So if they want to beat the Cowboys, they're gonna have to like muddy it up, like make it. They're gonna have to run the hell out the ball. And if you watch any Cowboy games, that's been the key to beating the Cowboys, running the ball the last forever, however long you want to think about it. That's been the run the damn ball. So they're gonna have to just muddy up the game, make it nasty. I don't know what the weather is gonna be. But if they're counting on Deshaun Watson if he has to be the reason that they gonna be win the game, they're not gonna win the game. Not week one. Not week one.
Okay. Fair enough.
So it's gonna be a good game. Tom Brady's first game announcing. What are your thoughts on Tom Brady going in the booth?
I think it's a good move. I mean, you can't go wrong with Tom Brady, man.
Yeah. All right.
So let me ask you. So another storyline, we got Joe Burrow, Ja'Marr Chase. Ja'Marr Chase was practicing today, which is a good sign. Which ideally in the same predicament. Deal is going to get done or he's going to practice. But ideally, you wanted to see him out there a little bit earlier taking reps with Joe Burrow. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, Joe Burrow is my guy, as we all know. And I think, honestly, I think he's probably going to be rusty. Since I want to use rusty, I think Ja'Marr Chase, excuse me, is going to be more rusty than anything. I think the bigger question than Ja'Marr Chase should be Joe Burrow's wrist, because he had like an injury that like nobody ever heard of. He couldn't throw the ball. His wrist was jacked up. I can't even. I would have to Google the name of that injury that he had with his wrist. But I think that that's a bigger concern than Ja'Marr Chase. Now, who they got? Tennessee, I believe. I forget who they play, but
no, they don't have Tennessee. I'm trying to think. So Tennessee, I believe the Bears.
The Bears do play Tennessee.
Yeah,
but even so, I think that that's the bigger issue. His wrist, and if it ain't right, it don't matter what Ja'Marr Chase does. It don't matter. They got the Patriots, so they'll be just fine.
Yeah, they'll be
just fine. So, but again, if
that's crazy How like
come on, wait, hold on. All right, so we all right, so I don't want to change the subject. We're gonna get back to this real quick. So so yes, we're all in fantasy football, and in our NBK league, this is probably the most competitive fantasy league that I've ever been in, and most people that would see from the outside looking in and be like, damn. So here's the thing. I feel like, and I'm not trying to brag or anything, that I have like the best team, right? It's a keeper league. We make trades, we trade draft picks. So I already had Dak as a keeper. And yes, I did want to get Joe Burrow when I saw him available in the sixth freaking round. It's either sixth or seventh round. I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and get it. And Jamal, my good friend Jamal, the snake that he is, knowing that, and he sniped him. He sniped him away from me. So
the weird part, and I was talking to Jamal about this. I kept seeing him on the board, but I already had two quarterbacks. So it was like, dang, you know what I mean? I couldn't take him. But
it's all good. But nonetheless, yeah, I think that the Bengals will be fine. Especially at least this week. This week they'll be fine. But you know, after the after the Patriots, they have the Chiefs, and they go to the Chiefs. So I think we'll get a good read of the Bengals week 2 over week 1. I think that they win. They, even if they don't have Jamar Chase, that they win. But I feel like they're gonna have Jamar Chase. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if Jamar Chase gets a new deal before the game. You know, sometime in the next 3 or 4 days. I really wouldn't be surprised. I mean, he's
have to figure out, they have to figure out how to get that done. I mean, I like Joe Burrow, got a ton of respect for Joe Burrow, but at the end of the day, Jamar Chase makes him a better quarterback. I mean, he makes whoever he's playing with better, and I know he's only played with the Bengals, but it really is a package deal with both of them. I mean, they got the deal done with Joe Burrow, no hesitation. Like, he didn't have to ask for a raise. He didn't have to ask for his money. Do the right thing with Jamar Chase. Pay the man. Let's see this tandem continue to grow together as a team, as teammates. But for them not to have this deal done, it makes me not ever want to root for the Bengals. And I don't typically root for them. I mean, again, we've all recognized the greatness of Joe Burrow, but he needs his guy.
Every quarterback needs their guy.
Every quarterback needs their guy. And to sit there and act like they don't need their guy, or to have these guys out there just pretty much just wondering like, hey, you know, I've done everything. It's payday time. And just to leave them out without deals is just crazy. Especially when you're overperforming in your contracts. Like, I'll use CeeDee Lamb. I mean, as an objective fan and looking at it, he outperformed his contract.
Let me ask you this: do you think Jamar Chase should get more than CeeDee Lamb?
No.
Okay. All right, we're still friends.
You think that Jamar Chase should get more than CeeDee Lamb?
Absolutely not. CeeDee Lamb, and people may not agree with this, CeeDee Lamb has had a better career than Jamar Chase. Take away his rookie year. Take away Jamar Chase's rookie year. He's been
I think
good.
the past 2 years for CeeDee Lamb's career, outside of Tyreek Hill, you'd be hard pressed to find somebody that's had a better 2 seasons. I think you've got Tyreek Hill, And then, CeeDee Lamb, Jefferson's been hurt, so you can't really count him. I guess the next person would be Chase. I think most people are probably taking CeeDee Lamb, just what he's been capable of proving over the last 2 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
But you can make an argument for Chase. I mean, it just really depends on which is your guy.
See, so CeeDee Lamb, every year of his career has had more receptions, more yards, and more touchdowns every single year. Right? That's the first thing. Secondly, his rookie year, he only had Dak for 4 games and a half. That was it. And he still was 65 yards from having 1,000 yards. And he's been available. He's been available. He hasn't missed a game in the last 2 years.
So here's the thing, right? And I'm glad that you're bringing this up. Chase came into the league with a little bit more.
Yeah, he was a national champion.
Yeah, and I think like with him and Burrow, to your point, he didn't have Dak, so that kind of like it was set him back, but it was like him and Burrow from like day one. I mean, like he had like a history of drops in camp that year, and people thought that maybe he could be. I wouldn't even say a bust, but people had concerns with his drops. But once that season hit his rookie year, it was like, man, he's like, because I think the year before it was Jefferson, and then Chase kind of came in and he made a name for himself. And so CeeDee Lamb, I don't want to say he was forgotten, but people didn't put him in the same like stratosphere as Chase early on. Go ahead. But if you look at what he's been able to do over the past couple of seasons, you can't make that argument anymore.
All right. So look, we're gonna go from since CeeDee Lamb's been in the league a year earlier. I won't even count his rookie year, right? Because he wins in every category. So from the time that Ja'Marr Chase has been in the league. They've been in the league. I'm gonna just give them. I won't again. Just to be fair. Hold on. Because everybody always talk about the Cowboys got all these weapons. That's what everybody say. The Cowboys got all these weapons because when CeeDee Lamb got in the league, his first 2 years in the league, he had a receiver named I was about to say Dez Bryant, but Amari Cooper with him, right? He had Tony Pollard. Michael Gallup, he had all these guys with him too. So I ain't making no excuses. I don't want to hear no excuses. If you want to be the man, you got to be the man, right? Now, since Ja'Marr Chase's rookie year, not CeeDee Lamb's rookie year. It's only a year difference, but Ja'Marr Chase has 3,717 receiving yards. CeeDee Lamb has 1,400. Ja'Marr Chase has 29 touchdowns. CeeDee Lamb got 27. And Ja'Marr Chase, his yards per reception is 13.9. CeeDee Lamb's is 13.1, and that's where it stops. CeeDee Lamb got more receptions, more yards, more rushing attempts, more rushing yards, more. I said touchdowns, right? Yeah. He got 2 more touchdowns. They both got 3 Pro Bowls, and CeeDee Lamb got 2 All-Pros. Where in that says that Ja'Marr Chase should get paid more than CeeDee Lamb? Nowhere. What you gonna say? They went to the Super Bowl? Yeah, because they went on a run.
No, it's a fair observation. We'll see what Ja'Marr Chase gets, but
let me go to the targets then. Let me hold on 1 second. Let me go to the targets. Where the targets at? Why you gotta do this? All right. Not to mention when they played in the same game, Ja'Marr Chase had 15 yards. 15. He got shut down by by Trayvon Diggs. But
you know what, though? You just made my argument. I think
he had 54
Chase,
yards, not 15. 54.
I think Jamar Chase may get paid more.
I mean, because he's the next up.
Yeah, because he's the next up. So the person that really didn't break the bank was Ayuk. I thought that he was going to get paid a little bit more, but
you think Ayuk should get paid as much as CeeDee Lamb and Jamar Chase? Hell nah.
No, but I think that he was trying to make his argument that he should be in the same stratosphere. Is he in the same stratosphere? Absolutely not. Okay. And I'm not going to sit here and try to sell that. I mean, I like Brandon Ayuk, but nah, we got to stop somewhere. Nah, he's not CeeDee Lamb, and he's not Jamar Chase.
All right, let me find these targets, man, before I get so from 21 I can't find it right now. I'll get it as we talk about whatever. You know what? Let's talk about college football because it's almost time for us to go because got another fantasy draft. But so college football has started, and I know we're talking NFL, but I will do myself and everybody in my family a disservice if I don't talk about my family and what's going on. And I went to the Texas A&M Notre Dame game because that game, first of all, Scott, I ain't never been in a stadium before and felt like the stadium was moving. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And it was at one point in the game. I want to say it was tied up, and Notre Dame had the ball. Somehow Notre Dame, it was 3rd and 13, and Mo Bamba came on. Scott, let me tell you something. If anybody tell you it wasn't loud, they lying. All right, Mo Bamba came on, then they cut it off, and it came on again. The crowd starts going crazier again. It went off. The crowd still going crazy. False start. I said, oh, they're not getting the first down. It's one of those things. It's one of those things that when you're there, and I'm almost certain that the coaches on Notre Dame staff was saying, let's just run the ball and plant and hope our defense could get it together because the crowd was going crazy. It was 107,000 people. 107,000 people. It was crazy. So but you know, shout out to Adon. His name is Adon, not Aiden, not Adon, is Adon Schuler. Please say his name correctly. We just want you to say his name correctly. But I mean, he had his first career interception. It was a dope moment. It was a dope moment. So
yeah, they're calling that Notre Dame secondary elite. We'll see. I did not watch the entire game because I was watching my Michigan Wolverines struggle with Fresno State. And I know the score doesn't indicate that,
Scott.
But I am really concerned about my Wolverines.
You shouldn't be concerned.
I'm concerned.
You shouldn't be. You know why? You know why you shouldn't be concerned? Because they still have an elite defense.
Yeah.
And what you got to realize, and I was trying to tell you this the other day. I don't know if I expressed it clearly. You know, we lost a lot of people to the draft. There was a lot of people from that team last year that won a national championship that went to the draft. So
but that's what concerns me. You're right. The team is completely different. We'll see.
Don't be listen. You again, just like we said for the NFL week 1, it was the first game of the season. It was the first game of the season.
I am concerned going against Texas this week. Yeah, I'm just putting it out there, Pauls. Yeah, it's gonna be tough sledding this year.
Yeah, I mean, so we got to see because you lose McCarthy, Corum, Wilson, a plethora of linemen.
Oh yeah, no. We lost. I had to sit there and look at my championship shirt and just say, "Hey, man,
hey, man, look.
we got one."
Hey,
and you just have to go.
I'm gonna tell you is Texas is they're good. They're really they were in
I think they're ranked number 4.
Yeah, and I think Michigan's what 9 or 8 or something like that.
No, we fell out of the top 10. We were 9.
Oh,
I don't know what we are now.
Well, I tell you, Notre Dame is 5. I do know that.
You know what I don't like?
What?
I don't like this dual quarterback system that this guy is running. I don't like it.
He doesn't have his guy yet. Or G ain't it? Oh no, Michigan is at 10. Michigan is at 10.
Okay. So
they went down. They went down. Nah, hey, listen. And Texas is 3. It's gonna be interesting, man.
It's gonna be interesting. I'm just telling you. I know you were at the Notre Dame game and you were watching that game. You were locked in. You should have been. Yeah, just don't put no money down yet. Just so
on what? On what?
On Michigan. Don't put no money down.
Oh no. I'm not.
Yeah, don't put no money.
Listen, this is why I give Georgia and Alabama they props, yo, because for one way or another, Georgia and Alabama they
figure it out every year.
It's a factory. It's a factory every year. Every year they may have a down year here and there, but you don't like every other school. I'm not even gonna put Georgia in that. I'll leave it at Alabama for right now, right? But every other school goes through a moment where they fall off for a little bit and bounce back. Alabama's fall off is going to the national semifinals. They had an off season last year, and now they're number 3 or 4. They're fourth in the country right now. And again, it's only 1 week. So we'll see. but I tell you what, man, it's football is back. Fall is about to it's about summer's over, and now we got football at damn near every day of the week. Damn near every day, whether it's college, NFL, high school, or Madden. You got football every day of the week.
Yeah.
So real quick before we get out of here, who is your MVP and Coach of the Year? We'll go. Listen, this is what we'll do. We'll go MVP, Coach of the Year, and our Super Bowl picks, our Super Bowl teams and picks. Yeah.
Coach of the Year. I'll step out on a limb and go with Matt Eberflus with Chicago.
Okay.
Just because I think Chicago is going to be a lot better. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid.
Okay.
Up there in Chicago. MVP. So it's going to be a quarterback. We already know that. The easy pick is definitely Patrick Mahomes.
So you're going Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah.
Oh, first of all, that's so lazy. That is so.
Well, who else is going? I mean, I was just thinking maybe C.J. Stroud.
No, you pick Patrick Mahomes. All right. So I think that I think Coach of the Year is going to be because this is saying that they're going to have a really good season, but I think it's going to be the Jets coach. Saleh, Robert Saleh.
Okay.
I think if they win a division, and if they win a division and look the way that people expect them to look, I think he'll win. He'll win Coach of the Year. And my MVP, this may be a shocker. This may be a shocker, but I think the MVP runner-up last year actually wins the MVP this year. You know who that was?
So Lamar Jackson MVP last year. The runner-up was
Dak Prescott.
Oh, you know what? You did tell me that the other day.
Yeah, I think
he's gonna ball out this year, though. I don't
have a crazy year. And again, this is not just me as a fan. I feel like
the disrespect. I think he's gonna try to address.
I know what Jerry Jones is doing. I think I know what Jerry Jones is doing. Right? I might have figured it out, Scott. What's happening is he's doing the opposite. So I guess he figures if he does the opposite, I don't know. That's the best I could do. If he does the opposite, that the opposite is going to happen.
That's exactly what he was doing. I was listening to an interview with Jerry Jones, and he was talking about, yeah, he's a great quarterback, but we need him to be a great quarterback here. I think he doesn't want to. He wants to pay him, but he doesn't want him to get his money and not have that incentive to work hard. The unfortunate part about all this is Jerry Jones, the Bengals organization, like all these old school thinking guys have to move into 2024. Like football is not played the same way it was played in the 90s. Like,
right.
You really, honestly, you almost want to do it in reverse, right? You want to give these guys deals so that it takes the pressure off of them knowing where they're going to play next year or trying to go out there and press too much because they're trying to get a deal. If you give a guy a deal sometimes, and somebody like Dak, man, he's definitely proven enough to where I don't think giving him a deal is going to make him lazy. But it gives him that relief that, okay, I'm your guy, and you don't have to. He's already got skyrocket expectations on how good he's got to be. Now he's got the pressure of he doesn't have a deal. He's worried about if the organization. It's just, I think he's going to persevere, but it would have been a lot easier if they would have just stood behind him and said, look, he's a guy. We're going to get the deal done. And that's where we go from there. So I root for him in that aspect. And if the Cowboys don't get this deal done, fuck them. I mean, like literally.
Well, all right. Well, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, man. I mean, they gotta pay this man. They gotta figure this out.
They do.
As an objective fan now, we'll go our weeks and we're gonna talk our crap, and I don't want you rewinding the tape because I know it's about to get ugly, but they got to figure something out, man. We're paying this guy, man.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
No, I totally agree, and so we'll see. And one way or the other, he's gonna get a deal, whether it's from the Cowboys or not. But I do think it's just a bunch of cats.
It's no other team in this situation with a quarterback of his caliber that's not paying him.
Right. All right. So who do you got in the Super Bowl? And
of course, the 49ers.
And who they playing?
I think we are playing Baltimore.
Ooh, who wins?
Oh, of course, I'm going with the 49ers. No, Baltimore.
Hey, so it's funny that I'm about to post some before I say my picks. Did you hear me say this before, Scott? You heard me say this.
And as you should, because if they don't get that done, they don't want to win. Right. They're just. I want to start to believe that they're just content with making money.
Yeah. So with that being said, so in the AFC, I have the Bengals. I can't, as much as I want to, as much as I want to do it, I can't. I got the Cowboys versus the Bengals. I got the Cowboys versus the Bengals in the championship. In the championship, I'm going with. Nah, I'm joking. I don't have the Cowboys in the championship. Not yet, man. Maybe. But all right. So in the NFC side,
Caleb Williams makes the Pro Bowl.
In the NFC side, I have. Man, I don't want to say this, man. I got the Rams. I can't even say the 49ers. I got the Rams. Rams versus Bengals in the Super Bowl with the Bengals getting their revenge.
No.
Yeah, so that's what we're going with. What we're gonna do is we're gonna post our division winners and everything on our Instagram page. Follow the YouTube page, like, share, subscribe. Ain't that how they say it? Like, share, subscribe.
Yeah.
And then you do a little thing like this. Let's see if the hearts come up. They ain't come up. So anyway, nonetheless, we appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for tuning in. Scott, you got anything else?
Nah, man, just good luck on the fantasy draft and good luck in the other draft if we get to it tonight.
All right. This is Off the Record. I'm Anthony Adebayo.
It's boy Scotty B.
And I wanted to pick the Cowboys in the Super Bowl so bad, but we out. Anthony Adebayo.
With you there, but if you're a coach, do you take that chance?
Yes. You can reach us at the Off the Record Show at gmail.com. Anthony Adebayo, and the most accurate sports coverage. Scotty B's Fantasy 5.
We're different from any other sports.
His sophomore year. Comes back and says, you know what?
And your boy, Scotty B.